On behalf of the nation's medical schools and teaching hospitals, which conduct nearly 55% of all extramural research funded by the National Institutes of Health, the AAMC is honored to be a part of this year's virtual Rally for Medical Research. While it is unfortunate that we cannot gather together on Capitol Hill, it's clear this year more than ever that we need to rally together to highlight the need for sustained and predictable funding growth for the NIH. That's especially true as we continue to fight a formidable pandemic, one that requires research to better understand a novel virus that we've never encountered before in humans. NIH-funded research drives scientific innovation of all kinds. It includes foundational studies that improve our understanding of life in health and disease, as well as clinical and translational research that results in new and better diagnostics and prevention strategies, treatments, and cures. Importantly, medical research is the key to the development of a COVID-19 vaccine and treatments that will ultimately help enable us to return to a healthier society. It also provides hope for patients and their families who face life-changing illnesses like cancer, heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, depression, Parkinson's disease, and so many others. Thanks to the vital work and support of the NIH, we have been able to make significant progress in treating and preventing all of these conditions I just named. For example, nearly 20 gene therapy products targeting diverse diseases have been approved since the concept of gene therapy emerged in 1989. Cancer deaths have dropped nearly 29% between 1991 and 2017. How clearly I remember that 30 years ago, HIV was a death sentence. But today, newly diagnosed patients can live into their 70s. I'd like to thank members of Congress for their sustained efforts to make funding medical research a national priority, including providing 5 straight years of significant funding increases for the NIH. I'm very grateful that we saw a 6.7% increase of $2.6 billion in fiscal 20, and I hope this momentum will continue with meaningful, sustained growth for the NIH as we approach fiscal 21. These monies are essential to support opportunities for life-saving medical research that we have today, while enabling previous investments to continue to advance our scientific knowledge. I also would like to thank members of Congress for recognizing and supporting the vital role that NIH is playing in the COVID-19 response. Scientists and healthcare providers at the nation's medical schools and teaching hospitals, along with public health professionals and others, are on the front lines of combating this pandemic. NIH-funded researchers are not only performing vital work to advance vaccines and novel therapeutics and diagnostic tests, but they also are dealing with the consequences COVID-19 has had on pre-pandemic research operations. Over the last few months, as many labs have pivoted to pandemic-related research to accelerate global efforts to combat this pandemic, institutions nationwide were forced to suspend other vital research activities that required access to laboratories and shared research facilities. This has led the vast majority of labs and clinical research nationwide to shut down or to scale back operations very, very substantially. And as a result of these necessary precautions, progress on conducting many new experiments related to cancer, Alzheimer's, and other conditions has regrettably been delayed. Existing research that was suspended midstream will need now to begin again anew. As labs begin to resume their non-COVID-19 research operations, existing funding will not be sufficient to address pandemic-related disruptions. That's why we're encouraging Congress to provide emergency supplemental funding for NIH through the next COVID-19 relief package. This will enable us to respond to the COVID-19 health crisis and support the science that is necessary to improve and save lives from the many other diseases that affect people here and everywhere. The health and well-being of our patients, now and into the future, depends on the work conducted and funded by the NIH. Strengthening the federal commitment to medical research will work to improve people's health and enhance the nation's resilience. It's critical to prepare us to fight not only this pandemic and those to come, but also the myriad other health threats facing those living in America every day. The AAMC and the scientists, educators, and clinicians at the nation's medical schools and teaching hospitals are proud to stand with the broader medical research community to advance NIH-supported medical research today and every day. Thank you.